Hi, I'm Barb Getty, and um, I'm doing a financial accounting problem for tonight. It is BE brief and exercise 311, and we're going to learn about trial balances. And what I did was I put together a little thing to share with you, and I hope I can do this right. I'm going to share with you a Word document on to talk about trial balances. And I hope you can see this. Trial balances is a list of accounts and their balances at a given time. A company usually prepares a trial balance at the end of an account. The accounts are listed in order in which they appear in the ledger. Debit balances, as we read in our lesson this week, is listed on the left column, and um, the credit balances are listed on the right. The totals of the two columns have to equal. So the trial balance is the information is given from the general ledger. So our problem for this week that I'm presenting to you is on Pete Company. And it is for a time period because we talked about it being at a given time. And it's usually at the end of the month. It's for June 30th, 2017. And these are the accounts that have been listed on the general ledger. So what I did was I'm going to bring up now a spreadsheet. I put together a spreadsheet. Here's a blank one that we can add these accounts to. I wonder if I can share both. It'd be neat if I could share. I could make this one smaller that you could see it. But I don't know if I could do that. I'm not really good at all this. But the ones that we were given were, first was cash. So I'm going to type cash in, and the cash amount was 5,400. And what I did is when they listed it in the book, they had, and I'll show you from this one, they had all of them in there, and I put CR because I wanted to know which ones were credit and which ones were debit. So for me, in order to list them from the book onto the trial balance, it was easier for me to first find out which ones were the debit ones and which ones were the credit ones. And then from there, start listing them in the balance sheet, the trial balance. The first three debits I chose to put down from the ledger as they would be listed is the cash, the accounts receivable, and that was $3,000. And then the last one, as far as the debit, was the accounts receivable. And that one was, no, I did just do accounts receivable. Oh, you can tell I'm not doing the greatest here. I'm going to erase that. I'm sorry, we did the accounts receivable. The last one's equipment. And that one was 13,000. Okay, so then I start looking at the credit ones. And the first credit one was accounts payable. And that one was $1,000. The next one was common stock. And that one was 18,000. And then dividends. I'm sorry. And as far as those were the two credit ones. So after we listed the assets, the cash, the accounts receivable, the equipment, and then the liabilities, the accounts payable, and the common stock, we go back to the debits again, and that would be dividends. And that amount was $1,200. As I went back, they always say service render. They always say service render is a credit, so we're going to put that down. I mean, service revenue. I said render. 8,600. And then we go into the expenses. Listed down there is salaries and wages expenses. And this is a debit. It's 4,000. The last expense was the rent expense. And that was 1,000. You can see that mine don't match because when I put in the common stock, I put the common stock as 180,000 instead of 18,000. So as I did this, using the accounts that they showed in the book, I put the debits where the debits were and the credits where the credits were. And at the bottom, as you can see, it's 27,600 and 27,600, and they both match. So what we learned from our trial balance, that the trial balance, like I said, was taken from the ledger, and it can be used now in preparation for other financial statements. I hope that you liked this presentation, and if you had any questions, we can use it on the discussion board. So what I'm going to try to do is post this on the discussion board, and then we can go from there. Thank you for watching, and hope to hear from you.